Colorado is justly famous for its alpine lakes, wildflower-strewn valleys and for the country's highest concentration of peaks above 14,000 feet, over 50 in all. Add to that the high desert mesas and slot canyons, sand dunes and grassland vistas, and it's no wonder Colorado is a hiker's paradise. An excellent trail system beckons hikers of all levels and offers year-round access to impossibly beautiful landscapes and up-close views of wildlife. With so many options, choosing the best hikes in Colorado is hopelessly subjective, if not impossible. Here's a shortlist offering a range of best hikes, showcasing the state's impressive variety in difficulty, distance and landscape. Tips for hiking in Colorado: take time to acclimate to the altitude, especially if you're coming from sea level. Take it slow the first few days. Stay hydrated. Carry plenty of water and water purification equipment. Dehydration will tire you out and can provoke altitude sickness. Be sure to bring snacks packed with protein and carbs too. Weather conditions can change quickly year-round. Bring layers, rain gear and a hat. Afternoon lighting above the timberline is a real danger, especially in the summer. Start early. Many 14ers require a pre-dawn departure, and plan to be well below mountain peaks and passes by noon. Don't hesitate to turn back if gray clouds appear, it could save your life. Be sure to bring a trail map, compass and flashlight. Don't depend on your cell. Make noise on the trail to avoid unexpected encounters with moose, bear, cougar and rattlesnake. Mayflower Gulch best easy hike 5.2 miles round trip, 2 to 3 hours, easy. Located in the White River National Forest, the Mayflower Gulch Trail near Frisco takes hikers back in time. An out-and-back trail with a gradual elevation gain to 12,018 feet, it traces an old mining road deep in the forest, following Mayflower Creek and eventually leading past crumbling log cabins, rusty mining equipment and an abandoned ore chute, the remains of a failed gold mining town. The trail ends in a scenic basin, bursting with wildflowers in the summer, and perfect for snowshoeing in the winter, with 180-degree views of the Sawtooth Peaks of Fletcher Mountain. Take time to poke around the ghost town or continue a bit further to Gold Hill and its tundra ridge with views of the basin below and the pocketed slopes above. Long's Peak best hard hike 14.5 miles round trip 10 to 15 hours, difficult. Long's Peak, 14,259 feet, towers over the magnificent Rocky Mountain National Park and the Denver area beyond, with soaring cliff faces, steep rock fields and an uber-challenging ascent. It's popular, about 15,000 people attempt to summit it each year, but don't let that fool you. This is a serious hike, no matter how you approach it. The first 6 miles are on a moderate trail to the Boulder Field, 12,760 feet, where the path steepens at the start of the Keyhole Route, which is marked with yellow and red bull's eyes painted on the rock. Even seasoned hikers will be slowed by the thinning air and the route's ledge system, which resembles a narrow cliffside stairway with no handrail. From there, hikers scramble the final homestretch to the summit boulders. The view from the top, snow-kissed granite stretching out to the curved horizon, is sublime. To avoid afternoon lightning storms, you must summit before noon, so plan on an early alpine start around 4 a.m. Alternatively, make a 2-day summit bid. Head south just above treeline to camp on Chasm Lake, a high alpine wonder that sits below the jagged face of Long's Peak signature diamond, where rock-climbing gods and goddesses test their mettle. West Maroon Trail best wildflowers hike 10.2 miles one way, 6 to 8 hours, difficult. A spectacular panorama of wildflowers is the trademark of this dreamy hike between Crested Butte and Aspen during the summer months. Leaving Crested Butte, the first 4 miles climb steadily, 2,350 ft gain, through a mountain valley of flowers, Colorado columbine, Indian paintbrush, lupine, larkspur, Perry's primrose and more, with vistas of snow-capped peaks and lush forests. The trail steepens near the West Maroon Pass, 12,480 feet, becoming narrow and rocky as you approach Aspen. The final push skirts past Crater Lake. Dip your toes in its cool waters for a much-deserved break, and then through an aspen forest to the trail's end at Maroon Lake, the most photographed lake in Colorado, thanks to the dramatic backdrop of the Maroon Bells Peaks. Shuttles can transport hikers back to Crested Butte, 4.5 to 5.5 hours, or instead stay overnight at one of the nearby campgrounds, reservations only, before heading back over the pass on foot. The Flatirons, 1st and 2nd Flatirons Trail, best hike near Denver 2.6 miles round trip, 2 hours, moderate. The towering flat slabs of rock known as the Flatirons create a one-of-a-kind backdrop to the city of Boulder, just 30 miles northwest of Denver. A handful of trails snake up and around the Flatirons. The most accessible offers quick rewards. An out-and-back trail through varying landscapes, meadow, forest and a short talus slope, leading to a notch between the 1st and 2nd Flatiron with sweeping views over Boulder and the terracotta-roofed CU campus below. Switchbacks lead from there to the end of the trail on the western side, the 1st Flatiron, where rock shelves provide the perfect place to take a breather, have lunch and enjoy the Rocky Mountain views. The trailhead starts at the Ranger Cottage in historic Chautauqua Park. Rattlesnake Arches Trail best hike with an unexpected view 6.2 miles round trip, 5 hours, moderate. Located in the stunning high desert of McInnes Canyons National Conservation Area, Rattlesnake Arches Trail is all about sunset red canyons, sandstone pinnacles and nearly 3 dozen natural arches, the most anywhere outside Utah's Arches National Park. The trail begins on a sagebrush mesa before getting up close and personal with 8 of the largest arches, including Cedar Arch, measuring 76 feet across. Some scramble up through its 43 feet opening to cut mileage from the return hike. Be sure to take plenty of water, it's a desert after all, and keep your eyes peeled for wildlife like mule deer, desert bighorn sheep and golden eagles. The trail's namesake, the midget-faded rattler, is venomous but rarely seen. The access road is rough, especially the last 2 miles. Visitors in 4x4 or high-clearance vehicles can reach the main trailhead, while most park and walk once the road becomes impassable.